Hey guys, if you like this video, there's a playlist for it along with playlists for pretty much everything I've done. A wealth of knowledge stacked on my channel. Please come check it out. Click on my name on YouTube and subscribe. Help me reach 100,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. What's going on, Tiny Boaters? How are you? As the Smokercraft series slowly starts to come to its finale, I could not let this footage go to pass. I wanted this to be the most complete series that I put out for everyone, and I felt it would not be complete without these little odds and ends. The rod locker, the subfloor, the foam walls, and how I did all that, how I measured it all, how I put it all into place. That's really everything else that I haven't shown you, aside from the DIY switch panel, which is coming right after this, right before the rebuild. So check this video footage out. I'm sorry, a lot of it was done at night, unfilmable, and some footage I actually lost, but I have enough footage compiled to give you guys a fairly good, decent video. I'm sorry this was so late in the series, but here it is. So this piece of plywood is 3/8 inch thick. It doesn't need to be very thick because the majority of the boat is going to support it. That middle part right there where I put the aluminum tubing slotted down was perfectly measured to fit right in between the grooves of the pour foam where the water runs down the middle of the boat. And I'll show you right now exactly where that is. And it says is where it fits. The front part of the subfloor is all aluminum. I had to recycle a lot of materials. I had a tight budget for this boat because I had a lot of things going on and I was between jobs. And I was full-time tubing during the construction of this boat. And what I really got was I was able to make the entire front of the boat, the front half of it, that had an aluminum subfloor, which is good. And the back part, I was able to do this section here in the 3/8 plywood. So it was a half aluminum, half wood split, but we preserved the wood in the best stuff that we possibly could. And to top it off, we have GatorSkinz lined up with it. And we really have a bulletproof setup as far as wood goes. Check this out. I skinned the entire subfloor with GatorGuard's GatorSkin product, which is pretty much indestructible rubber matting. It's bulletproof the wood. For rod tubes, you can either use golf caddy tubes, which are cheap and very light, or you can use PVC piping, which are a bit robust and you're able to fit them a little bit easier. I am trying to get this application perfect to bend with the V. I secure them with pipe clamps. I did this all the way up from the very bottom up. You got to remember to do that or you'll run into problems. I'm heating these as I'm putting them in for the ones that need to taper with the V. And while they're hot, you shove them in there and yeah, they'll form to fit.
Them here, I either preheated them before I stuck them in or I heated them right here. Very, very cautious of the material and the paint until they bent to fit. And then I snugged them in. So because there's tension on them here, they won't go forward. And so to keep them from sliding back, I have these clamps, hose clamps. And now if there was no tension on them and they could slide either way, then you'd have to put clamps on each side like I did here, but there's no point to do that now. This rod locker is solid. Oh shit. Oh, why didn't I record it?
Okay, this is all the stuff we have to do before we really start to look at the decking. And we're looking for where the joiners are going. We're looking how we're going to set it up. Everything to slot where the hatches are going to be. And after that, it's all about putting in the wall. So how we get away with running all wooden decks and subfloors, we got to compensate for the weight somewhere. And so we're installing foam walls everywhere. I'm using a foam cutter after I'm measuring out the lengths here. This Artex sheeting has these little crosses everywhere, so it's super easy to make like precise cuts, inline everything up. But the foam cutter is awesome. It's like a hot knife, but specifically made for foam. Cuts everything like a gem. I have the video sped up right here. It doesn't cut it quite this fast, but I tell you, the lines are precise. The measurements are precise. Everything just fits like a glove. after the walls are put in, if they're snug enough, measured enough, they're not going to come out, but just to keep them all in place and to prevent moving around, we just bind to the corners with our TV silicone, kind of seal them in there. Right here, we're cutting a little groove to hide the wire in, so it's not going to cause any problems whenever we put the other side of the mesh. This is where we're doing the 3/4 to 3/4 split. Ultimately, all the walls we have are 1.5 inch thick. So we're just putting the last little section in right there, and that's good to go.
Alright, so we're at the very bitter tail end, minus all the crap everywhere, and that's just...
The plan here is to take some of this recycled aluminum sheet metal and make a little area back there for the gas tank, just to give, you know, the back part of the area, you know, complete segregation from all the other moving parts, because we have wires, we have batteries, we have everything around this area, so we don't want, you know, all that stuff for the gas tank's going to be exposed to it. So we're making a nice little section here, and we're putting GatorSkinz all the way through. I left a little back part here to show you that I mounted that stuff directly to wood, and all you need is adhesion promoter, any brand really. I just have this stuff because I use it for lure making. Spray it all the way down. Right now, because I have I just have like a little bit of it left. You're gonna see me kind of cut it into pieces and do what I got to do to finish this back part. But this is really the same way I mounted it throughout the rest of the stuff. I don't have the footage for all that because it was done at night. But it's very, very easy to use, and it mounts on anything. It sticks to aluminum. It'll never come off, and it sticks very, very well to wood as long as you use the adhesion promoter and then you press into it and give it just time to stick. So it's being applied directly to resin coated plywood. As I finish this up, and I'm very happy with the end product considering I stuck a bunch of pieces, whatever I had left of a 20-foot roll, I'm now making sure all my wires that are essential for all the other pieces are being put through. Right here, I'm making a plug port for a min coated trolling motor, and because I want to be able to run a transit mount trolling motor on the back of this boat at times during certain applications. It's just actually better to have one, and so I'm doing that now. Now to mount the transducer for the fish finder and all the wonderful, joyous cords that come with that. So I have the HCS with the 3D structure scan, which is a monstrous transducer, the huge cord, and then I have to run an adjacent transducer to that one for the entire system to work a foot a piece. And so what I gotta do is I have to seal up the old holes for the other transducer mount, which was a piece of crap, and make everything nice for this. I used closed-end pop rivets there, and then I resin coated over those with G-Flex epoxy resin from West Systems, and I ran the wires directly around here and just kind of seal them into wire looming, and I just kind of use these little brackets I got at Lowe's for conduit piping, and just they held it right along to I just riveted them to the side of the aluminum sheet walls there, and they hide in there perfectly. Everything fits in there kind of like a glove. Everything's working. Every boat should have a bilge pump from 500 GPH on up. This is a 1000 GPH Johnson bilge pump. And I don't want to drill any more through hole fittings, put any more holes in my boat. So what I'm just doing is just getting a little fitting there the same fitting I used to mount the wire looping all across that bead, and snug it in there, have some zip tie so it won't fly out, but that just empties water right over the back like a boss. I don't need anything else. I'm also jamming in marine silicone onto the crevices, and we're really at the tail end here. The gas tank fits in perfectly. I pre-measured all that. On the motor goes, on everything goes. This is really the part where we're super excited for this end. It all starts out with planning your frame, how you want it all to sit, where you want everything to go, and then putting it all together so it all works. And all we really had to do was secure the top part of the hatch, which was nothing. It was just a few screws here and there, but we're ready to go. Put this thing on the water. Stay tuned for the reveal of this boat. It is coming soon, and one more video to go, and then bam, the finale video is going to come, and we'll have it on a premiere so everybody can watch it, including you and I. We can all chat together. We can all do a few cool things. I bulletproofed my entire subfloor with GatorSkinz, so if you want to check out their stuff, check out the links below here in the description part of the video, and use promo code TBNation for a 15% off discount for any product you get from it. Alright guys, the last video in the series before the reveal is going to be about the DIY switch panel, and I'll likely pair it with the live well, because they both really kind of pair off with each other, and we'll talk about some of the successes and some of the setbacks and all that, and then the reveal, and then after that, wait to see what's coming after that. If you're a patron, you already know what's coming after that. If you follow me on some of the other platforms, you already know what's coming. But I think you guys will be excited. Because as this boat was a very, very close runner-up to what my audience initially wanted me to build next, I now have something I feel you guys will be even more excited about after this one. If you could be more excited about this boat than I am. Peace.